Previously on Alan Wake. I'm hunted by the law.
Sheriff, Wake's running. I'm giving chase.
Are you seriously telling me that writer just took out my deputies?
A thriller I supposedly wrote is coming true. The genre of the story seems to be shifting. It's turning into a horror story. I was told that Alice had been kidnapped, but that was a lie.
We don't have his wife. We don't know where she is.
Her purported kidnapper was eaten up by the dark presence before it attacked me.
Alan, shh, baby. It was just a nightmare.
Alice.
There you go, Alan.
Hartman. I fell.
I had to give you a sedative. Don't fight it. You went through another rough period.
What?
Right now, it's very important that you stay calm. We don't want you to have another episode. You're a patient at my clinic. Have been for a while now. The shock of your wife's death triggered a mental illness.
No, you're lying.
You're suffering from various symptoms of undifferentiated schizophrenia.
Bastard.
It's okay, Alan. Just let go.
I felt groggy. Whatever Hartman had bumped in me was making me numb. I felt like this was happening to someone else. Someone I was watching on television. I couldn't think. Couldn't focus. There were only empty sheets of paper here. No manuscript pages.
Oh, I hope I didn't interrupt the dialogue by getting too close to the... I know the solution.
I felt groggy.
I probably didn't interrupt anything.
Whatever Hartman had bumped in me was making me numb. I felt like this was happening to someone else. Someone I was watching on television. I couldn't think. Couldn't focus.
Okay, I didn't miss anything. I don't know. I don't know why I was scared.
Empty sheets of paper here.
But now I get to play with this chair. So I'm wondering how much time actually passed. He said, like, you've been here for a while, but I kind of doubt it. And I also, like, generally speaking...
Good evening, Alan. Are we feeling better now?
Don't you look at me like that.
Yeah. I see you brought your pet gorilla with you. So sure, I'm calm. I get the message. Loud and clear.
Quite right. That's the spirit. You're being very brave, Alan. I understand you're confused. I would be more concerned if you weren't suspicious of me. I don't blame you for it.
Big of you.
Now, why don't you come with me? We'll reacquaint you with my clinic and go over everything you might have forgotten. Little walk and some fresh air? Yes, it will do you good.
Like, I mean, it's a lot to take in. How many manuscripts are there? None? Too many to count? Only one that's nightmare difficulty. That's weird. Like, obviously, plot stuff could just be tied to how it had to have been written by Alan. It would be weird for them to, like, catch me, like, FBI Nightingale-wise and be like, yep, put him in the home. Especially when Nightingale thinks we're, like, a super threat of some kind. Like, we would just go straight to jail, right? So, I don't... maybe Hartman just took us in because he's got, like, psycho energy because Alan wrote him that way. Which I kind of started thinking about with, like, what was it? In Taken? When we, I don't know which one it would have been. Rusty's final thoughts. When we, like, found this and I was like, oh, so sad that Rusty will never be with Rose. Was that even, like, real? Was any of this real, or was this all just written by Alan? Because I did look at the, like, the first part when we went into the diner. Rusty was the one that was drinking the coffee. I didn't realize at the time. Like, Alan met these people before, but it's, like, right before he had to actually write the manuscript. So, he could have just made up their backstories, and, like, that could have just not been how they were in real life. He also knew about Hartman beforehand, because his Alice mentioned him. I think showed him the book too, or the pamphlet. Was it this? I like how the poster has the like folded page that says Funky Kong is in the game. New funky mode unlocked. The engaging new book by Emil Hartman, PhD, the author of the best-selling Creative Flow, his groundbreaking techniques, engagement therapy, and the flow, explained in his own words. Yeah. Oh yeah, no wait, the book was in the car, because I remember me and Alan were like, yeah, that smug face, and then I jumped off a cliff. Let me out. Wake. Immersion.
This corridor is for patients. Most of them aren't here right now. Jack took them out for a fishing trip, except for the ones who are particularly vulnerable, of course. I encourage creativity as a part of the recovery process here at Cauldron Lake Lodge. I specialize in treating artists.
I bet you do.
Splendid, Alan. I honestly believe we can get this thing under control if we work together.
I feel like we're both having separate conversations.
This way, Alan.
I bet you do. Yeah, splendid. Great job, Alan. Also, for muscles, I think I could take you. Have you ever had a flashlight shown in your eyeballs as I run away and load a flare gun? Let's go. Ooh, this guy's a painter. Busting into people's rooms. I thought these would be locked. Ah! Night Springs. What is that? The PlayStation 3 game? Look like the way that has a... It has a game console, like, bar thing on the top. I guess it could have been a Blu-ray. They have that. Death Rally! Now that's hype. It was the video game. I could not. I could not read that small text. I guess I could have tried harder. Also, I guess I should have paid more attention to the surroundings. I guess that's the game console on a really small tube TV. Yeah, I remember doing that. It looks like a Xbox, but a bit more generic. I wonder if it was originally like full on just this is an Xbox. Oh, it's one of those cool maze things. Can I play with it? What? This whole thing looks kind of like a like this actively looks like it's just a whiteboard that they had for like making this game. Like, okay, here's where like this will be the map layout, and then like over here this will be the cutscene where we see a man hiding behind the tree, and then Alan's gotta run for it. Which, I mean, that all makes sense with the like creators, and I guess because there's video game stuff around here. I appreciate you guys letting me go into people's rooms. Was there anything special in the painter room? Kind of just drawing like black splotches. The darkness. Drawing the darkness. I can't dodge roll. Alright, let's leave. Wait. Anderson. Damn. Wait. Buddha bear. Who? I guess the artist did this. What a interesting piece to hang up here. I feel like it would have been a lot better without the dotted lines circling the person to try to hide the fact that Goku's right here in the corner. I like Buddha Bear though. I'm glad Buddha Bear came back.
Now, Alan, from past experience with you, I know I need to get right into the heart of the matter as quickly as I can.
Oh, I get it. Your name's Hartman.
So I'm just going to say this. Alice is dead.
Punch him.
No.
You're in a very vulnerable state until you understand and accept this. Alice drowned, and you couldn't face that. You're suffering from hallucinations, paranoid delusions, unusual thinking, an obsession about light and darkness, a feeling that everything revolves around you, your thoughts and dreams. Your mind has constructed an elaborate fantasy scenario in which your writings are affecting reality. She has been kidnapped, and supernatural forces of darkness are trying to stop you.
I like Alan's quick look away, like, huh? Could he be right? Or is this another part of my writings? The world does revolve around me. You're right, Doctor. Got another weird picture. Not nice. It's very cute.
We go this way, Alan.
I wasn't ready for another shot, so I went along with it. He had to be lying. But under the influence of the drug he had given me, I had to fight not to believe his words.
Does the drug really influence you that bad that you were like, I gotta believe everything you say?
You've been making it up. Apart from the tragic accident with your wife, no one has been killed. Your delusions are just a manifestation of your subconscious mind trying to protect you from the too painful truth. Unless we fight the fantasy, it will return. I know the instinct is to resist me, but think about it. Doesn't this make far more sense than the insane supernatural conspiracy you have concocted in your mind? You're a skeptic by nature, Alan. We both know this. Everything can be explained logically.
Okay, but like, I get you. I get what you're trying to say and what you're trying to do, and it's probably because a manuscript told you to do it. But if I went on a psycho spree thing, or if I even just started mumbling about the psychotic stuff, I don't think a creative doctor, like one that just like, I'll help artists get over their dumb art thing, would be the one that I would be sent to. Can I mess these chairs up? I wish I could. I also don't like this floor here. It makes me think that like spikes are going to come up and try to get me. Although I think all it is to catch water and have it fall, but whatever. You go that way. I'm going up. Oh, I see it. Oh, I want it. Doctor. What do the thermoses mean? Can you tell me that, Doctor? Doctor, please. What happened to the muscles? I feel like he should have been, like, walking behind us this whole time. Like, really? Isn't that why they're here? I could kill the doctor right now, push him off a ledge, and act like I don't know anything about it. Doctor. I can't believe it's that time already. Read. Beyond the shadow you settle for, there's a miracle illuminated. TZ in the memory of dear friend and poet. Huh. Interesting. Where's the bird foot? Where would it have... Oh, Lord.
Never get tired of this view. Very inspiring, isn't it?
Cauldron Lake spread below us. I could see Mirror Peak on the other side of the lake. I thought I could make out the spot where Diver's Isle had been when I arrived with Alice. Now there was nothing but waves.
Yeah, I was trying to figure that out.
It seems there's a storm coming. Funny, I don't recall there being a mention of that in the weather forecast. Well, no matter. This way. Follow
It's
me.
the darkness, Doctor. It's coming.
Alan, what I'm telling you is good news. Right now we're in control. Every time you have a relapse, it gets more and more difficult to resurface from the dark depths of your imagination. Not surprising, considering your profession. Imagination is what you work with. After all your nightmares, this should come as an immense relief to you. If it doesn't, why is that? Because I'm lying? Or because you don't want to admit that you're not well? It's very natural for you to think of me as your enemy. It's part of the illness.
I let him talk.
After all,
Hartman
I'm the
obviously
one
loved
trying
his
to
own
bring you
voice.
out of the
His
world
words
you've
echoed
constructed
madly
for
inside
yourself.
my head.
But
I
can't
dug my
do
nails
it
into
by
the palms of my
myself.
hands to stay
You need
focused.
to work with me. Once you accept that, we can begin the journey towards your recovery.
So if you got a guy that's like delusional about lightness and dark, I don't know if you would bring up the word like pull you from the darkness as like recovering. I feel like that would be like a big trigger word that would probably not be very helpful. But what do I know? I was not sure what actually Mirror Peak is. Is it that one, the big peak? It's not much of a mirror. It's more like a mountain. But yeah, I can't really... I would assume just all the way in the corner. Because we were able to see the lodge from the diver's isle or whatever. So it probably was just back that way. I'm just saying, I think this doctor's a sham. Which, might be a problem with me trying to recover. Because I don't trust him. Maybe he is actually helping. It was all just a dream. Although we did get that manuscript page that already mentioned, like, back at the police station, so...
Come along. Let's go inside.
Ah! The muscles! He's here!
Come on.
Here's the entrance to the office wing. That's for staff only. You were impressed by my trophies when you first arrived here.
Was I?
I do love to hunt. The great outdoors, man versus nature. It's wonderful stuff.
Pretty damn wonderful, yeah.
You look like a deer would knock you over by just looking at you.
Scary, scary, scary.
Whoa! I was spooked. Which one was immersion?
I'm a
Was he the
real
gamer?
bad dream, mister. You should be afraid of me. Don't want to run into me in the night, that's for sure.
Please, Emerson. Mr. Wake is confused enough as it is.
Yeah, you'd like me to go away so you won't be scared. But you can't just decide what kind of dream you have or when you have it.
Emerson,
Sometimes you can.
Okay, sorry,
Called
sorry.
Illusion dreaming.
that's Emerson. We're actually making some progress with him, I'm happy to say. He
Namaste.
works on
Elbow
video
strike.
games.
Ooh, yeah.
It's trash, of course, but it does
I'll get
involve
him
some
to the head.
small creative effort, which makes him receptive to my therapeutic methods.
No kidding.
Namaste. I want to go upstairs. There's a thermos up there. I need it. Can't turn on the TV. There's a QR code. What is up with these pictures? Take a snap of that. I'm not going to. I don't feel like pulling up the app on my phone. I guess they probably wouldn't have manuscripts in this section if they really want you to believe that maybe there's a chance that Alan's just a psycho crazy person.
Hartman had mentioned that the power had been acting up. Maybe that was the reason for the generator and the work light on the balcony. The generator hadn't been activated, and there was no key.
Well, gotta keep that in mind for later. Owl! What was the Twin Peaks thing? Don't believe the owl's lies? I don't remember what the owl thing was. All I know is that that gum you like is coming back in style. I'm gonna leave! Oh, nope, that's the sign. We read that already. Get me out of here! I'm not crazy! Let's go look at that other crazy lady. Look at him go! I love this gamer man. Okay, I guess we don't get any lore from you. The painter. What up?
Oh, hello. I've painted you.
Okay.
I was just struck by inspiration a couple of days ago. Dr. Hartman wanted me to paint landscapes, and that's what I was doing. But now I've been doing these things, a lot of them. The images just keep coming. Dr. Hartman likes them. He has them in his office.
Yeah?
He's very proud of me. He says I'm getting much better. I think I'm getting better.
Is that supposed to be me? Because that looks nothing like me.
Well, I guess I'd better start wrapping this up. The storm is almost here. Look at that. I'd hate to be out there tonight.
Oh, it's the cool guys from the diner. That kind of looks like you. Also, I feel like these aren't great paintings for the recovery process, but whatever. Guess we'll go into Hartman's office and see these paintings, and they'll tell us a story about what's gonna happen. Cross your arms, I dare you.
Now, you might have noticed the typewriter in your room. You've been writing as a part of the therapy. As soon as you feel up to it, you should continue.
Oh, that's gonna be a big read. This is a cool picture. Welcome to Cauldron Lake Lodge. We're here to give you the specialized help you need. However, please observe the following. Please ask friends and family to schedule visits beforehand to ensure they don't interfere with your therapy and or periods of creativity. Also, please respect your fellow patients' need for privacy and personal space, especially when they're engaged by their creative processes. Be patient! Typically, our patients have long-term creative problems, and they won't be solved overnight. Give yourself permission to take the time you need. Bear in mind that your voluntarily received treatment has been specifically tailored for you. Engagement therapy, TM, and its sister method, the flow, TM, works best when you are actively engaged in shaping them. If you have any concerns, please don't hesitate to voice them. Let me leave. The TV? A manuscript page?
My rheumatism's killing me. There's a storm coming. Oh, what a storm.
I hope it wipes this place off the face of the earth.
And these two are the Anderson brothers, Odin and Thor. They had how should I put this? A heavy metal band in the 70s and 80s called Old Gods of Asgard. They even adopted new first names to complete the image of Viking gods. After the band broke up, they lived on a farm nearby. They are, well, in advanced stages of dementia. They're well cared for, TLC and all that. There's nothing more that can be done. I'm afraid that the rock and roll lifestyle has left its mark.
They're right there. You don't have to talk like that about them.
I'm so sorry to cut this short for now, Alan. The power has been acting up. I'd better go check on it. We'll continue this soon. Meanwhile, when you feel up to it, return to your room and try to write. It really is for the best. Don't you think?
Should I not have explored yet? I think that was when Alan said that he
I'd like
talked
to
about
bash
that.
his head in with a hammer.
Oh, he'd love to fish out our secrets, but he has no clue. He's not crazy enough. Not crazy like us, Sonny. Yeah!
Yeah!
Crazy's a requirement, Sonny. Who else could understand the world when it's like this? It takes crazy to know crazy.
That's the sanest thing I've heard in a while.
I'm dead!
Say, you're all right, Tom. Hey, we like him, don't we, bro? He's got to go to the farm.
The Anderson Farm. Valhalla!
We wrote it all down, lest we forget. A crash course. All you need to know to get your head right. You need to find the message.
Here, Sonny, here's something for you. Gave me a rash, but I kept it safe from these bastards.
My head was clearing up, or according to Hartman, I was sinking back into the fantasy. I was convinced he was lying to me about everything. Crazy or not, the Andersons made more sense.
Tom, you got any booze on you?
Yeah.
He was still talking. Yeah, the Tom bit.
Zane could feel the poems, taking form, shaping things. As he experimented, he imagined he could almost feel the power surging through the keys of the typewriter. It exhilarated him. But there was fear, too. If not for his young assistant Emil, he would have given it up. But Emil convinced him otherwise. He, too, had a way with words.
No. Sorry,
We
guys.
have a stash of the special stuff at the farm. Our own formula. Local ingredients. Medicine. Clears your head right up. Makes you remember like moonbeams on the brain.
Oh, I just noticed. Leather patches on the elbows? That's not very rock and roll.
Oh, he hates me now.
Just lost is all. Baba Yaga got to him too, the damn witch.
She used us all. Taken from all of us. Took my thunder, the witch.
I don't...
And my ravens, what were they? Memory and thought, the hag.
She took something from you too, didn't she? That's what she does.
We're better off. This place, the lake, it gives you power. If you're a creator, an artist, a god.
Nightmare shifted in their sleep in the darkness of the lake.
Yeah, that's the one. She makes sure it comes out twisted and raw. Just ask the lamp lady. She knows what happened to that other rider.
She's been using you, boy, and you let her. You went and opened the door for her, didn't you?
Now, it was already open a crack. And whose fault is that? We're morally corrupt, disease-ridden, old and stupid.
Doesn't mean he had to open it all the way, goddammit.
Man, what a conversation.
So tired. Built the farm close to the lake. A place of power.
They really
We
just
had
fell apart.
Parties there, man. You should go there and have a party.
That Bob Balder threw the amp through the window. Hit that hippie chick in the back of the head. 15 stitches and a concussion. Bob's dead now. Leukemia.
Stitches, snitches, and narcs, man.
I don't want to
Bad
leave.
scene.
These guys are great. I think...
I'm tired, man. So tired.
I think you're gonna get possessed and actually hit someone with a hammer. Pretty sure I read that somewhere.
I want to go home.
Might not be the squeaky hammer. You might get a real hammer. I think they're done now. They like really just fell apart. Alright, I can't manuscript that page yet. I have to return to my room. So I guess this would have been when I can explore.
I'm a bad dream, and you can't wake up. You can't hurt a nightmare because all dreams are only imagination. They're only in your head, and they're not there when you wake up. So you can't wake up because I'm in charge now, and I don't want to disappear. My nightmare is the publisher people who want to make a contribution so they can say they made a contribution. And then we end up with mullets in there because they think mullets are funny, but it wasn't supposed to be about mullets, and now it's about mullets. And when it's in slow motion, they call it mullet time because the numbers came back from marketing that mullet time is the hook we needed to go big in the target demographic. And they're not even kidding. They say it all like serial killers with straight faces and smiles. My nightmare is the writers who want to make everything from the characters to the toasters talk all the time and express their feelings so they won't shut up. And the writers won't shut up either because they have feelings too. And I have to listen to them because they're not scared of me. And everyone should just shut up. Shut up. Shut up. But I don't see nightmares anymore because I'm too scary for them. I take 2 pills every morning and 1 with every meal and 4 when I go to bed. And that makes me the scariest nightmare of all.
Yeah, it must have been rough developing Max Payne. Let's see if this guy has anything new to say since it's evil times. Nah, he's good. It all looks like smoke, like outright just things on fire. I'm sure it's normal, I'm just crazy.
Hey, Wake, why don't you humor Dr. Hartman and give the writing a shot, huh? Typewriter's in your room. You can get to your room by those stairs, Wake.
Why don't you shut up? And what do you have to say about this? Nothing? That's what I thought. Get out of here.
Something's wrong. I'm not myself. It's hard to think. There's a shadow inside my head. I can only focus on writing. Everything else is a blur. I'm trapped in this cabin. Have been for days, but it's always dark outside. My editor is real. I saw her again. She's not human. It's not human. A dark presence is wearing the old woman's face. She was covered in clinging shadows. There's a hole in her chest where her heart should be. I think I've made a horrible mistake. I don't think I'm any closer to saving Alice. It's been lying to me, using me to get the story it wants, and the story will come true.
Yeah. Shouldn't have opened that door. I saw the door was open this way. So I think I was supposed to, like, come up here and then notice this. And then Wake was like, oh, that's what Hartman was talking about. Okay, gamer room. Can't go back that way. Anderson had 2 beds, so I'm assuming that was the rockers then because they have the Anderson farm.
Hartman wanted me to write.
Well, I didn't want to get that
The
close.
blank page in front of me hurt my eyes. My hands began to shake uncontrollably.
Everybody calm down. Put that down. Bert, I need help.
Hey, Wake, you stay here. I'm gonna go see what's up. You just keep doing what you're doing. Be cool, okay?
I didn't know what the chaos was all about, but it could be my only chance of getting out of here.
I don't know.
There's the hammer.
Oh, afraid of the crazy brothers, are ya? Not so weak now, are
Oh,
we?
manuscript. Almost missed it.
Hartman kept talking, giving Barry the grand tour, clearly proud of the place. He went on and on about his hunting trophies, and Barry was impressed. But he was here on business. He raised his voice, cut through the monologue. Hey, Hartman, where's Al? Hartman stopped in mid-sentence, annoyed at the interruption. He nodded at the hulking orderly standing nearby. The man smiled and clapped a practiced hand on Barry's shoulder.
They, like, get rid of him?
Well, things are unraveling fast, aren't they?
Maybe get some power on? I guess there is power.
I'm taking it. We're on a comeback tour, baby.
Sinclair looked bad. That wasn't a love tap. The crazy old fart hit her hard. And if she was one of Hartman's goons, she had it coming. I could get the key to the office wing from Sinclair.
Yeah, it's a real-ass hammer.
I had to get to Hartman's office. He had taken all my manuscript pages. That's where he'd be keeping them.
I don't think they're even, like, possessed. I think they're just, like, taking control.
Wrinkled adult diapered asses for us, since you're so tough, Birch.
Let's go. You guys are awesome.
We were on the road, man. You think we haven't seen
Can I open like any locked door or just this one? I have like the key for everything. I doubt I can just use it everywhere. Yeah, everything is just kind of locked again. Kind of feel bad for that lady, but she was being rude to me.
The
What
photo
picture
on
is
the
this?
wall caught my attention. In it, the clinic staff was standing outside the lodge. I knew the man next to Hartman. He was the kidnapper. Hartman had been playing me all along.
Like, what kind of picture is this? That's not like a real picture you would take of... Whatever, it's fine. Don't worry about it. As Barry, let's look around first. I'm gonna assume we have to save Barry.
The markings on the tape said they were recordings Hartman had made at the sessions with his patients. I saw Alice's name on one of them. For a moment, I couldn't breathe right.
A scary wolf person. Map. Yeah, Mirror Peak has to be the tallest peak, I think.
Hartman wasn't happy. Mott could see it in his eyes. He quickly lowered his own. He had made a mess of it, and he knew it. The shame of failure was hard to bear. He hadn't expected Wake to say he needed more time, and he blurted out 2 days, less than Wake had asked for to show him who was in charge. But that wasn't part of Hartman's plan.
That's the scary lady? Alright, let's, Are there any other manuscripts in here? I don't know if I, like, missed them. I guess that was kind of
Now,
considered
Mrs.
off the beaten path.
Can you tell me about Alan's problems?
He's more and more out of control all the time. The parties, he's so angry all the time. He's getting violent.
Do you mean with you?
No, not with me. No, never. Sometimes I almost wish Alan would take a swing at me, because at least that lead to a conversation he couldn't just march out of. But no. Alan doesn't really sleep. And the work, well, he's not writing at all. He sits there for hours and just gets more and more frustrated. And I can't talk to him.
Yes. Tell me, Mrs. Wake. What would you say to him if he'd listen?
I don't know. I want to say, I look at you, and it's not you. Just some stranger who resembles you. Looking out from behind your eyes, and I don't like that guy much. And now it's all gonna go to hell.
But you don't ever say this.
No. I've tried, but he's not listening. He's too deep in his own problems, always going on about something else. I'm so afraid I'm gonna lose him, and we're not even talking anymore. He doesn't let me in anymore. He just keeps me in the dark. I'm so alone here, even when he's home. Please help me, Doctor, because I'm at my wit's end.
Well, if you can just get him here, I'll absolutely do my very best.
Yeah, but Doctor, you need to be careful with him. He's not just going to listen to you and cooperate. He's the most stubborn man I've ever met.
Well, I'll be sure to bear that in mind.
Hearing her voice, what she was saying made me happy and sick and guilty all at once. Worst of all, I recognized the words. The phone call from her. It had been a cut-up of this. Just a recording.
Right. So I guess that was them playing their little trick, what was it, Mott, I think it was Mott. And Hartman, for whatever reason, I would assume it has to do with the manuscript. Like, maybe saying that Hartman needs to do this, but who knows? Where's the Anderson farm? I feel like we're gonna go there next, since stepping on the map is a great way for me to figure things out. The lodge is there. I don't See, Barry's dying in a locked gate thing. They're usually called doors, but I don't... Well, I'm sure it's on here. I could be stepping on it. Ghost Town. No one told me about no Ghost Town. Okay. I guess we'll just go. Hey, I want to leave.
Barry?
Ow! About time!
Barry! Man,
What
I'm
is
glad
going
to
on
see
with your
you.
mouth?
We need to get to Hartman's office.
It's right next door.
You okay?
Yeah. I mean, no! The cops found me at Rose's trailer, but they didn't hassle me too much. I'm obviously a victim in this, and I demanded to be treated as such. Or else I'd sue their asses. Speaking of asses, that fed gave me a real hard time, but I had no clue where you were. That guy's crazy out. But he let me go, and then I get a call from Hartman, that son of a bitch, who tells me you're here, and I should come pick you up, but when I got here, 2 goons clobbered me and stuck me in there.
What's with the cutout?
I stole it from the diner to piss off Rose after what she did to us. That'll teach her.
Yeah, that's a harsh punishment. Come on, pal, we gotta get going.
I feel bad for Rose.